All right, well, LeVar Ball back on it again. LeVar Ball, father of Lonzo, LaMelo, and LaAngelo, right?
Pretty sure that's it.
Okay. I can't remember. There's so many Ball brothers.
Yeah.
You'll see them all when they're at UCLA. Right now, oldest brother, Lonzo Ball, killing it in the NCAA, heading into the conference tournament. And this Sunday, we find out who's in the big dance. We will have a special podcast with J.D. Marsh. You remember him? Yeah, he hasn't been on in a while. Whatever. But me, J.D., and Garrett, Sunday, will be basically filling out our brackets for y'all. And we will have a ESPN March Madness bracket group so you can face all of us, and I can kick all y'all's bleep. And let's
never mind.
let's go ahead and talk the one thing about college. Just go ahead and talk about LeVar Ball, the father. He went on to Fox Sports, a lot of Fox Sports shows today. He went on to Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. He went on to Colin Cowherd and a bunch of other Fox Sports affiliates, and was basically, and Garrett showed me a video of what LeVar Ball said, and this is what it is right here. All right, so Garrett, what does this say to you? What caught your attention in what LeVar Ball said?
Man, when I first let me start off with this. I know in our last podcast we talked about what he was saying about him believing that Lonzo is better than Steph Curry, and him saying that him defending his son. 100% okay with that. At first I thought, okay, why is this guy coming out and saying my son's better than Steph Curry? Put him on the Warriors, they'd still be just as good and have the same record. Well, at first I was kind of iffy about that. Didn't really agree with him, obviously. I mean, it's Steph Curry versus a 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in college.
Inconsistent freshman.
Yeah. And then today when I saw that video of him on Undisputed, I mean, it really made me stop and go, okay, this LeVar clearly has raised his sons, in my opinion, the right way. I mean, everything that he said, man, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you think Steph Curry is better than my son. He said, I'm his father. I believe he's better than Steph Curry. He said, I have to have, complete confidence in him no matter what. And he was also, I think the main thing that I really liked from that was him talking about how he said, obviously, I have 3 sons who are very gifted at basketball. He said, and that's because they put in so much hard work and effort. He said, but we don't have trophies in our house.
Yes, this is what caught my attention.
That, man, talk about humility. No trophies in that. Can you imagine how many trophies those kids have, too? I mean, that attic is full of those guys' trophies. Yeah. If they even brought them into the house in the first place. Humility. He said, when you win, you point the finger at all of your teammates, and when you lose, you point it back at you. He said, I don't care if you scored 40, 20, and 10. It's your fault. What could you have done better if you lost? What could you have done better? And like he said, when you win, give every single one of your teammates credit. You didn't do anything. They did everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just that was powerful. And, I mean, you can see that's paying off for them because, I mean, look at them.
I don't know if Lonzo Ball has already hired an agent. I mean, if LeVar Ball has already hired an agent for Lonzo, and this agent is telling him what to do. Yeah. But LeVar going on to Undisputed with one Shannon Sharp, who is
loudmouth.
As sharp as an axe with his words and his questions and his comebacks. But then also Skip Bayless, the most, outrageous, I guess you can say.
But Skip thinks about everything before he says it.
Yeah, and
he means it.
And he means it. And he doesn't care. He's kind of like Colin Cowherd. He doesn't care what the person who he's asking or who's listening cares.
Right.
And he was kind of getting they were trying I could tell that they were holding back a little bit, but
Yeah.
they were still just like, why? Tell me why this. Okay, well you said that, but what about this?
Right.
Type of thing. But you have the set of balls
Yeah.
LeVar has
Yeah.
to go on national television to where I would easily call Skip Bayless a professional
Right.
with this debate stuff, because he went head to head with Stephen A.
Yes.
Smith, and that's probably one of the smartest guys I've
Oh,
watched
yeah.
talk sports.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, okay. When I say smart, he says some dumb stuff
Right.
about just like the whole him. Well, okay. When I say dumb, he's really biased. Stephen A. Smith's really biased.
Well,
but whatever.
Skip's
Okay, Skip's too,
very
but
biased.
but when it comes to like the Giants and the Cowboys, Skip
Yeah.
Bayless makes him. Stephen A. Smith makes him sound
Yeah.
dumb. But what LeVar said, to the whole what you said, the humility thing with the no trophies and raising the kids right. That's great. And basically, telling them that, you all can just think what you want,
Right.
but this is my son, so
Right.
and I know what he's capable of,
Right.
type of thing. And
And about the hard work too. He just kept on saying, "Man, they work so hard."
yeah, and but what I feel like LeVar was actually doing is one, LeVar set this up for himself though. He set this on his own kids for what he said,
Right.
with the whole he's only going to play for the Lakers thing, keep
Right,
it in Los
yeah.
Angeles. But then it feels like to me. It feels like, that one sitcom where the father does something stupid and it messes up, but at the very end, he does something to totally redeem
Yeah.
himself. And that's what LeVar Ball did. And honestly, he was very entertaining for me.
Yeah.
I thought he was dumb, but when I heard what he said today, basically just defended himself.
Right.
He said, these are my kids. I said, this is what I want them to be.
Yeah.
And the way he raised them, honestly, is the perfect way to play in the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be humble, but be extremely cocky.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was Shannon that asked him. He said, "Man, did you push them to play basketball?" And that was the most surprising thing to me, is that he said,
he put him in baseball
he
first.
he said, "Man, when they were younger, I had them in baseball, and they both realized if I'm not pitching or hitting, it's boring." And Skip was like, "You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right." And then he said, and after that, they played football and realized they didn't have the size for it. And he said that's when they all started to slowly transition into realizing they were pretty daggum good at basketball. And the rest is history.
So, okay, I like what we just talked about with LeVar. We basically just said that we accept LeVar Ball now.
Yeah.
He's probably going to
Yeah.
come out and say something dumb again, maybe.
I mean,
we'll see.
I still think he's somewhat living vicariously through his kids.
Of course he is.
But
Of course he is. But we got
he's
we got two more sons to go.
yeah, he's also a proud father.
Yeah, we got two more sons to go, and one kid going to be hopefully a star in the NBA. I would love
Yeah.
to see.
yeah. He's the
I'm,
next
I'm
Jason
so
Kidd.
in. What am I saying? I'm so curious about the way he shoots the ball.
I know.
It's
That
very
hitch.
weird, but when he's on fire, he's on
Oh
fire.
yeah.
Okay.
But his passing is what.
Okay. Well,
Jason
what you said about what LeVar said about his about their kids, and if I don't care if you scored 40, 10, 20, 10, and you
Right.
still lost, blame yourself. Let's talk about Russell freaking Westbrook right
Yeah,
now.
let's do it.
I am furious right now. Russell Westbrook, 58 points tonight, and who do we play, Zach? Who did they play? I'm drawing a blank.
The Trailblazers.
They played the Trailblazers. Let me pull up the stats real quick. But Russell Westbrook, MVP candidate, deservingly so. But when you sit there and say,
Yeah, they lost by 5.
I can't even find the. There we go. But when you score 58 points, and I don't.
What else did he have? He
let's
probably
see.
had 58, 18, and 9.
Let's look at it. But the Trailblazers beat Oklahoma City 126-121. Russell Westbrook, 58 points, 21 from 39 from the field. And let's look at the whole box score here. But with just that
No
right
help.
there.
No help.
No, he doesn't give his team the opportunity to help. And,
yeah.
okay, all these triple doubles, that's fine. You're helping your team. When he gets these triple doubles and we win, that's perfectly fine. But when let's see, what did Westbrook have? He had 9 assists, okay, and how many rebounds? Well, that doesn't really matter right now, but he had 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
But
look, my thing with that is that I completely agree. 58 points compared to 9 assists is not a lot.
well, no, listen, yeah, it's not because Westbrook shooting 39 times from the field.
Yeah.
When you have Sabonis, Steven Adams, who can make shots down low. Yes,
Right.
this is a league where you need to shoot threes. But Russell, you got to understand that without KD there, you still got some pretty darn good players.
Yeah.
Oladipo,
He's not playing well.
but he just got back from an injury.
Yeah.
But
Even before
Oladipo
that.
is a great player.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you give him the chance, if he might miss a couple shots early on. Let him get in his groove.
Yeah, he's good.
But looking that he shot 39 times, and when people say he doesn't have help, I watch almost every Thunder game I can most of the time.
Right.
He's got help.
Yeah.
He's just not letting it happen. We're like, oh, he's getting a triple double. Yeah, he's got 10 assists and 10 rebounds, but he's shooting the ball 26 times.
Yeah.
Okay, take 6 shots away.
Right.
And that's probably 6 shots he missed.
Right.
Because you give it to either Sabonis, Westbrook, Oladipo
Sabonis can ball.
and Taj Gibson now,
Yeah.
and Doug McDermott.
Yeah.
And now with Norris Cole, Ernest Cantor, this is a lineup, a roster that is built to
Score points.
Their
Yeah.
defense isn't great. It's good, but it's not great, and that should be their downfall. But I'm starting to think that
I mean, they put up 121 tonight. It's just the defense
exactly
gave up
Yeah.
126.
But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, though, in MVP talks at least with some voters, is he's putting up all these great points, which I'm thinking that's really what he's chasing is that MVP,
Right.
which I'm okay with because
Right.
he deserves it. But with games like this where he scores 58 points,
He could do this every night if he wanted.
yeah, he
to.
could if he wanted to, but they're not going to win. They're on
Right.
a 3-game losing streak.
And that looks bad on him if he keeps doing it like
Exactly.
this. And
And there are times where he had, I think one time he had 18 points, 15 rebounds, and 20 assists or 15 assists and 20 rebounds or
Yeah.
something. And they won by, I think, 15 points.
right. Yeah.
Okay, there are going to be some games where you're going to have to score 50 points.
It's
But
hard to do it all, though, man.
I
mean,
know,
I feel
and
for
I
him.
just I know. Trust me.
I get what you're
living
saying,
in
though.
Oklahoma City and having and just talking to friends
Right.
in Oklahoma City about it. I know he's got the whole team on his shoulders, the
Yeah.
whole city
Yeah.
on his shoulders. But dude, I wasn't expecting much
I
of
know.
a season this year.
Yeah.
Get
What place are y'all in?
6th or 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm really sitting here thinking to myself,
Well, yeah, I mean that
I think he's trying to do too much and he's going after the MVP, but I think it's really producers that confirms Thunder are in seventh place right now.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
just the whole, it's kind of in my eyes, it's sliding away for him with Kawhi Leonard having this incredible stretch of games playing defense and offense. James Harden still doing everything
Yeah.
he does, but they're winning. They're really winning.
Right.
And you can say that the Spurs definitely have a better team than the Thunder. Rockets, debatably so, yes.
Well,
You can see that by the record they
Right.
are, but when they go head to head, it's usually it could be a good game.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's Harden and Westbrook going head to head. But
Yeah.
the thing with the difference in the Rockets and the Thunder is exactly your point. James Harden drives in, and if he doesn't get the foul and he doesn't have a shot, he kicks out. And those guys can shoot threes. Well, guess what? The guys in Oklahoma City can shoot threes too, but Russell's taking it to the rack every time. Every time. And if he doesn't get fouled and he doesn't have the shot, guess what? He's still taking the shot. And I get it, man. Look, Kobe Bryant's my favorite basketball player of all time. Kobe's had a game where they lost and he took 45 shots. Well, guess what? It all gets put on Kobe because he took too many shots and didn't pass the ball. That's what I'm seeing in Westbrook right now. Now, Kobe didn't have these triple-double numbers that Westbrook had. Westbrook is a much better athlete than Kobe ever was, but he's just it's hard to get the team involved when you don't feel like the team's going to put up points like you can yourself. And I guess I get that, but at the same time, you got to trust them and you got to say, look, I did my part. I opened the floor up, kicked it out, they missed. Nothing I can do about that. I did my part.
But shooting 39 times doesn't really look like you're
No, I
doing
know.
the
Yeah,
part.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's got to change it.
And
he's got to change it.
He talks about all the time
not
about
defending.
okay, no,
Yeah.
I know you're not, but he talks about all the time in interviews. Again, this is just a Thunder fan ranting.
Right.
You're actually hearing a Thunder fan talk down about Russell
Well,
Westbrook.
yeah, I'm sure most are right now.
And you'd be shocked. You'd be
Yeah,
very
I know.
shocked.
I know.
But,
Russell
you
Westbrook
know,
is Jesus Christ. I know.
that's what it seems like. But shooting it 39 times from the floor, and let's see how many shots other people took. Steven Adams 1 shot,
Nice.
Sabonis 7, Robertson 7, Westbrook 39 shots, Oladipo 9, who went 5 from 9 actually
Okay.
from the field. Not a bad day. Not a
No.
bad day. He had 16 points. Let's see, Taj Gibson twice, Doug McDermott once, Enes Kanter 5 for 6. You see, he's got parts. It's
But
he talks all the time in interviews about knowing when to be aggressive and knowing when to
he doesn't know when to not be aggressive.
exactly. And he talks all the time
Aggression is literally how that's his game is aggression.
I know,
That's it.
and I understand that. When I play up at my church, and someone pisses me off, of course I'm going to try to show off.
Right.
But usually when I do awful.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just you've got this. I know he's going to be there for at least 2 more years.
Yeah.
But with
He'll resign. They just got to get him
but
some
with
pieces.
but with this year, this better be a learning year. He gets MVP or not.
Yeah.
This needs to be a learning year for that whole team.
Yeah.
Basically to stop, okay, yes, this was the year he showed that he's committed to Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I love that. I want him to stay in Oklahoma City. Screw Kevin Durant type stuff. Okay, this is that year for that. But next year, if this is the same, it's not going to work out well.
Right.
If, we're going to have a Steven Adams who's still he's still going up to the peak. Steven Adams is consistently getting better. Last year in the finals, he really started gathering his game, and now him and Enes Kanter together, probably the best big man combo in the league, like scoring wise, I would say, maybe not defensive wise. But okay, I forgot about Cousins and Davis. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot Davis went. I'm even in Louisiana right now. I don't know why I said that.
Close one.
They will be the best. They will be the best big man combo in the playoffs.
Enes Kanter can score the ball much better than people realize.
Yeah, he can. Even with a broken forearm, and just it needs to be a learning year. It needs to be a learning year to maybe get a different point guard in there. Maybe let Westbrook play shooting guard a little bit during the game. Maybe to spread the ball around a little more. He needs to it's still going to be his team, kind of like a LeBron thing.
He just has to look to pass first.
And
that's not the kind of guy he is. So I guess
I dog on Steph Curry for shooting so much, and now this is starting to become where I'm like Steph Curry's a better all around point guard right now.
Yeah, but Steph makes his threes, and Russell does, but at the same time, Russell doesn't take as many threes. Steph knows his best shot on the court is a 3-pointer.
Yeah,
and he's going to take it. Russ knows that his best shot is
basically just run someone over.
Yeah, the most aggressive layup drill
to become a monster. Basically,
that's all he does.
That's what he looks like. That's what he plays like.
And he's a good free throw shooter, so he knows. Okay, if I miss this, I'm going to get my foul call. Well, lately that hadn't been working for you.
The refs are basically adjusting to his game.
Yeah.
To where I'm pretty sure the NBA's like, okay, if you're reffing the Thunder, just know that Westbrook is basically
he's creating.
He's creating fouls.
Yeah.
You can see him go out of his way to get fouled.
Right. Well, everybody does that. James Harden will cock up like that and get you to knock his arm down. Kobe.
I'm not talking about like a LeBron like flopping after someone whiffs at the ball.
Yeah, LeBron likes to flop.
Yeah, but Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm done. That's my rant about Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
This kid-
LeBron's weak-minded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He really is. He's a pansy. Zach
Yeah.
thinks Zach thinks that if everyone will sit there, and
LeBron, yeah.
if someone will square up to LeBron, he thinks LeBron will just deck it. I'm like, nah, LeBron's gonna. Well, one, he's smart, but two, say if he was in the street and no one saw, I bet you he still wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
He's
but
big,
if
but-
LeBron grows his mustache back out and that's it, and puts the headband back on, it's over with.
Yeah, exactly.
Unstoppable.
If his hairline starts receding, don't mess with him.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Give it up. Thanks, guys.
All right. So right now, before we end this, who's your NBA champion?
NBA
right now?
champion right now. Man. I'm doing it. Rockets.
He's going H-Town Rockets. Holy crap.
H-Town.
He's
KD's
going
out.
H-Town.
Rockets.
Not KD will be back, though. Producer Zach.
Think it's worse than what people are saying.
Not like I care. Zach, who do you have winning championship? Not about your pick. I'm talking about Kevin Durant's injury.
Let me guess. The New York Knicks.
No, I honestly think the Celtics
You talking about
can
the
do it.
13th
The
place?
Celtics?
Yeah.
You think the Celtics are gonna? You think the Celtics are gonna win? Get past the Cavs?
They could.
If
They
Love
could.
if Love doesn't play in the playoffs, in what would they would meet in the if they're 1 and 2, they wouldn't meet until the
We also
conference
can't forget
finals.
about Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Kyle Lowry's out
Oh
there
yeah,
done.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're done. The Atlanta Hawks. No, I'm just kidding. They're in like 4th or 5th. Man, Kawhi's doing crazy things right now too. So I mean, it's
You can't forget about
the obvious 3 in the West: Spurs, Warriors, Rockets.
What about the Wizards?
No, I mean Cavs are making it from the East.
You think they're making it all the way to the finals?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just who can beat them in the finals. Who can shoot better than Kyle Korver? No one. Maybe Steph, maybe Clay, but
I think right now, in the Western Conference, if it stays the way it's set up right now, I think the way it's set up with the Grizzlies at number 6, I think in the Western Conference Finals it'll be the Spurs and the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies, we've all seen how the Grizzlies can play against the Warriors.
Yeah, and they have the same team they've always had in the last playoffs for the last
We'll
7
see.
or 8 years.
I've got
And they're old.
I've got a feeling about the Grizzlies.
They're broken.
I think
Dylan.
But my NBA champion, I'm going to go with
The Warriors.
and I'm going with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Popovich.
Man, that block.
Popovich is going to get his last ring. I think he doesn't retire this year. I think it's. His
I'd like
last
to
ring.
see Pop get another ring.
I would love to see Pop get the ring and then end the interview of, oh, how's it feel? I'm retiring.
Yeah, no, he's not going to retire. He's not. He's not.
Does that
leaving
not
his
sound
boy
like a
Kawhi.
Popovich thing to
Yeah,
do?
no, that's what he'd do. But
He'd sit there and be like, oh, how do you feel? Feels great to retire.
what's he got? 5 right now. Yeah, he's got 5.
Yeah, he's got
yeah.
5. And he's going to get his 6. He's not going to be a Phil Jackson and have 11, but he's going to get his 6 as a coach.
Yeah, well, Phil had Kobe and MJ, so
Yeah, but
kind of hard to top that.
he had Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah,
Shows
that's
he's
what
a
I'm
better
saying.
coach, right?
I don't think he'll retire because he's going to see Kawhi through for the next 3 or
think
4
so?
years.
You think
Yeah.
I was about to ask, you think he's going to try to coach Kawhi's whole
If-
career? But
if-
no, God, no.
After this year, LaMarcus Aldridge will leave, and they'll get a good big man. And once they do that, and once they get a good point guard, they'll either draft a good point guard or a good big man this year. And once that happens, man, dangerous.
Once Parker retires
Yeah,
and gets that
which
piece of glass out of his eye,
he needs
and,
to pretty
Ginobili,
soon.
and Ginobili finally wears a hat to cover up that bald spot.
Man,
Spurs are real dangerous.
terrible.
Still.
oh, always. Always. I hope the Rockets
I've
do
got my
not get
eyes
him.
on the black and white, black and silver. All right, well, Garrett, great basketball talk. Enjoy it all the time. Producer Zach, thank you. All the Warrior fans out there, Klay Thompson's leaving. All right, everyone,
Yeah,
thank you for joining
right.
us. God bless.